what is impact assessment? And that is why I want to be very clear. This presentation does not focus on monitoring. It does not focus on evaluation. It focuses on impact assessment. So impact assessment is a process that includes the monitoring and evaluation data. And this is the first problem we find that companies, which is why I've said to you in the very first presentation, less than 10% of all social investors have actually ever conducted an impact assessment. Why? Because they still don't even have monitoring right. They still don't even have data from evaluation. So impact assessment is difficult, but impact assessment builds on the information from a monitoring and evaluation process. It goes a step further, where evaluation looks at the impact, and impact assessment goes further and looking at what would have happened anyway. So what? It asks the question, was there negative impact? I've already, and that is why I paid so much emphasis this morning on the unintended negative consequences of our decisions. So impact assessments specifically don't only look at what happened. It tries to understand what went right, where was that impact, but it also says what went wrong. So the outcome, the value of an impact assessment process is that knowledge that you gain from the practice, the outcome once a process or a program has been implemented. So the goal of impact assessment is specifically to look at the program and extrapolate the knowledge, the intelligence, so that we can make better program and strategic decisions. It helps, therefore, organizations, particularly in a learning environment. And for those of you who are in the monitoring and evaluation space, also knows there's another little letter that's currently being added to M&E. It's called monitoring, evaluation, and learning. So we're talking about no longer M&E, we're talking about MEL. So impact assessment is really focused on the knowledge gained from a process. And the objective of doing an impact assessment is to share that knowledge, so that when a funder has assessed the impact of a program, which was implemented by an NGO, it stands to reason that both parties need to share that information. So impact assessment is used in that engagement process. And then, of course, it really focuses on, so really what was the difference we made? Not only the outcome, because that is really where evaluation currently stops. It looks at, so did something change? Impact assessment goes further and says, what changed? So the components of an impact assessment is really the fact that it's a process. It is really about understanding what changed and in what way did it change. It uses different mechanisms that a monitoring and evaluation process uses. And impact assessment is actually a framework that's going to guide future monitoring and evaluation processes. 99.9% of clients that have gone through an impact assessment uses that to develop an M&E process, because it speaks to not only the outcome and the impact of a program, but the process to generate that impact. And it uses very specific research methodologies.